Hi everybody, is the camera on? How's my hair? Thanks. So, here's a video about two interesting things we just got in. First off, I am playing through this Mark Sampson era Matchless. Now, Little Willie's Guitars, that's us here in St. Paul, was the biggest Matchless dealer in the world. Why? Because the owner's nuts. And back then, we just thought these amps were just killer, and they are. They're point-to-point wired. The thing about the Mark Sampson era Matchless that makes them higher price these days and makes the newer ones not quite as desirable is how he treated and saturated his transformers before he put them in. He had a special dipping process that he did for his transformers, and it's just, there's something about these that are great. And this is two EL34s. So think of this amplifier like a 50-watt Marshall head, point-to-point wired, so an earlier one, with reverb. What just came in is this. Now this is a 1973 Les Paul Custom. Now Les Paul Customs, as you guys know, in '68 they first came out again after being discontinued. In '68, a lot of them were made of 50s woods, and then they were still made in the Kalamazoo factory all the way through the mid-70s. These 68, 9, 70, 71, 2, and early 73 all still had the low-profile frets, the fretless wonders. Many of them, like this one, get their frets replaced. And you'll find people just couldn't deal with the frets, and so they would refret them. So this is refretted. You can see in this one too, it has a couple of small seam cracks because these were three-piece maple tops. And we'll put that there so the camera can catch it. Now, otherwise, this guitar is real clean. The tuners have been changed when we got it. We got this from the original owner. The original owner had, in 1996, changed the tuners, and the receipt for that is still in there. But he had bought this new back in 72 or 3, and black customs are really sought after. That's why there isn't any out there. They're really hard to find good 70s Kalamazoo made customs. And the setup here of a Mark Sampson era Matchless and a early Kalamazoo made Black Beauty Les Paul Custom is rather compelling, okay? Out of these pickups, these patent sticker pickups, you get a certain upper mid-range clarity and a certain woodiness that comes to it. What's funny is people back in this time period would take the covers off because they wanted more gain and more distortion. Amplifiers up till about 73, 74 didn't have master volumes on it. So you would do anything to get more gain. They were begging the manufacturers to make pickups with more gain when the manufacturers were really trying to make pickups that had a broader range, that had less output and were a little more high fidelity. Now, in retrospect, if you can find guitars that have the original patent sticker pickups like this one, it's really a blessing because we've got amps and pedals and all kinds of things they didn't have in the late 60s and early 90s besides just turning their amp up to 11 and going for it. So these guitars are really just very articulate and woody. You can hear every note of the chord, and that's why guys are chasing these late 60s to early 70s Les Pauls in general, Gibsons in general, and why they're really going up in value and they're really hard to find. And then of course, Mark Sampson, the era of Mark Sampson matchlesses. For those of you that are hip to this needs no other explanation. So on that note, I'm going to let you go back to what you're doing, go dream about guitars, and call us and make an appointment. Don't forget that in about 6 weeks, we're going to move to that other place. Okay, later.